past. Aruna Iyengar, BBC News.
And with me in the studio is Saeed Shehata from BBC Arabic. Good morning, Saeed.
Good morning,
As Aruna was outlining there, steps are now being taken to try and form a government. Tell us more.
The head of the leader of the HTS, the Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, who is the leading or in control of the situation now. He met with the interim Prime Minister Mohamed Al-Galaly, and he also is Mohamed Al-Basheer, who will be the new Prime Minister for the transitional government. So this is a meeting try to make a peaceful transition of power from the government of Bashar al-Assad to the new government of the new era in order to make or preserve peace. Mohamed Al-Basheer has some experience in government or in politics, where he was the head of the Salvation government in Idlib, because his government was established years ago, but he was the prime minister since the start of this year. So for about a year almost he was a prime minister. He was before Minister of Development and Humanitarian Affairs. He had a degree and he has a degree in engineering and law, another degree in law and Islamic Sharia. So he have some qualification, but he was leading a government in Idlib. It's a governorate. It's 4 million people only. So now it's a country. So it's a different story. So there's many challenges for him. Who is going to use? And there is talks about not using any minister from the Bashar al-Assad government. So how can he find new names qualified to do that from Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, from other faction? Because they need to be coalition governments that represent all section and factions in the Syrian government. So there's many challenges, but at least it looks like a peaceful scene in the transition of power in Syria now.
In the meantime, there is a tension in the Arab world as to what Israel is doing at the moment. Talk us through what Israel has been up to in the last few days and weeks.
The Israeli army launched many airstrikes over the last few days in Syria, about more than 100 strikes, according to the Syrian Observatory for Human Rights, which is based in UK. And it targets many military places, warehouses, and even one of them research centers near Damascus, which was suspected to have links with chemical weapons production. The Arab countries, Egypt, Qatar, Kuwait, the Arab League, all of them made statements condemning the Israeli incursion of the Golan Heights demilitarized buffer zone according to the 1974 disengagement agreement. But at the same time, Mr. Netanyahu, the Israeli Prime Minister, he announced the collapse of the agreement, but it cannot be done from one side. But even he said also it's temporary, controlling of this area in order to protect the security of Israel, because the fear about any threat from any radicals in Syria against them. So security of Israel is the priority, and said is temporary steps, and he coordinated that with the Americans. So hopefully it will be temporary, and the peace will prevail between the two countries.
Saeed, thank you again for your analysis, the latest